The year 1967. For decades, the region that is now West Lakes has been a sprawling, mosquito-infested swamp, a sea of drainage water and rubbish, a haven for hobos, snakes, and swiceschools. 1,700 acres in a prime position, just 6 miles from Adelaide. Yet all the reclamation plans put forward were rejected. The job was too big, the land too ravaged, the outlay enormous. Then in April of '68, a bold but carefully conceived plan was put forward, a product of close cooperation between private enterprise and state and local governments. The job of converting an eyesore, a desolate wasteland, into a superb community by the sea was finally underway.
G'day, Laurie. Sorry I'm a bit late.
No problem, Don. Des is already aboard, so we're all set to go.
Right. Review. Thanks. G'day, Des. How are you?
There's an incredible difference from last time we were up, Laurie. Lake, football oval. You start to get the full picture now. The different estates come in clearly too, even the reserve areas. It's amazing how green the football oval is.
A lot more of the parks and playgrounds have been seeded now, Don. Something like 7,000 trees have been planted already, and that's only a start. It certainly makes a big difference.
Good view of West Lakes Green from here. The curved streets, 4-lane highways, the whole layout.
The first stage is just about completed now, Des. We've come a long way in a couple of years.
Right from the outset, West Lakes was designed to be the most ambitious urban development in Australia. A $250 million project requiring nearly a decade to complete.
Check them out. And the model shows that we definitely get thorough mixing without having to worry about the position of these gates.
Yes, we'll get all the mixing we need, even with stormwater.
Now, this seal detail down here is something that does...
The primary consideration would be quality of environment.
Yes, I agree.
West Lakes would not be a huge grid of same-size blocks with same-looking houses. It would not be a speculator's paradise, where quickly conceived plans lead to quick profits at the expense of the homeowner. West Lakes would be built to the highest standards, combining the best thinking of business and government. Every precaution would be taken to protect the environment, present and future. March 1970. The mammoth task begins. 2 important decisions were made in the early planning stages. West Lakes would be set around an ocean-fed lake, and the lake would be kept absolutely clean with no chance of pollution. Upon completion of the enormous earth-moving operation, one way to fill the lake would have been a direct opening to the sea. But Kinnaird, Hill, Duran and Young, the engineers, came up with a better plan. A masterstroke of engineering based on a simple but ingenious idea.
We decided against a direct opening to the sea quite early in our studies. We were concerned with the cost of bank protection, our ability to maintain the channel, our ability to get a high quality of water in the basin, and the control of boat traffic. And so we developed an idea of running a pipe to the sea and using the power of the tide to flush the lake. The idea we developed works this way. When the tide comes in, the sea level rises above the lake level, and this automatic gate opens to let seawater in. about 108 million gallons flow in each day. When the tide ebbs, the intake gate closes and the lake reaches its highest level. At the same time, the outlet gate is opened and the lake water flows out into the Port River.
A sort of a flushing system.
Exactly. Fresh seawater will be constantly recycled in the basin into the Port River, which will flow again.
The creation of a lake at West Lakes is one of the most sophisticated engineering projects ever undertaken in Australia. The 12-foot diameter concrete duct is being fabricated on site by A.W. Balderstone Proprietary Limited. The ocean is literally being moved to West Lakes. And the end result will be a 260-acre boating lake, 15 feet deep and more than 500 feet wide for nearly half its length. A 260-acre island will be the focal point, offering superb lakeside frontage. The unique island community will have a prestige character all its own. Sandy beaches and reserve areas will be a feature of the shoreline, and special steps have been taken to protect the beaches and lake banks from erosion. All in all, a paradise for swimmers and small boat sailors. Even an 8-lane, 2,000-metre rowing course will be incorporated. West Side Beach, one of the areas of West Lakes that's already sold out. There are over 1.5 miles of beaches at West Lakes. Unprecedented steps have been taken to make the frontage beautiful and to keep it that way. Wooden walkways extend from the roadway to the water's edge to guard against the destruction of the dunes and native plants, to give beachgoers safe, easy access to the ocean. Where necessary, sand dunes have been built up to withstand high tides and storms. Further, brush fences have been installed to prevent wind erosion. At intervals along the crest of the dunes, rich green lawns have been planted. They'll stay green, thanks to underground sprinklers. Careful planning at every step. That's the secret of West Lakes, where your tomorrow can start today. When you buy at West Lakes, your investment will be secure. Strict policies ensure every home will meet quality construction standards. To help potential buyers create their own special environment, a variety of advisory services are available. Every home site is served by underground power. Stoby poles simply won't exist. Sloppy, ugly fencing, sheds that stick out like sore thumbs, these things will never happen. To further assist home buyers, West Lakes have established their own nursery to supply selected trees and shrubs for private landscaping, as well as the community reserves. The sandy soil has been specially treated to make it ideal for home building, yet easy to work. First, gypsum is spread over the soil and ploughed in thoroughly. Then the earth is compacted to form a firm, level base. The result? No back-breaking gardening. Less chance of the kids tracking clay into the house.
Well, I don't really know what made us come down to West Lakes.
Thanks, June.
I guess it's just the feeling that everything is so beautifully laid out and planned.
Well, they're doing things right, that's why. All the streets are beautifully laid out. And the cul-de-sacs, they make it very safe for the children while they're playing. And they're building bridges. This will bring the main highways right into West Lakes. I can drive to work in 17 minutes. Then there's 2 golf courses, Grange and Riverside. Whether you play golf or not, they add tremendously to the environment. There's a lot of little things that make a difference. The curbs are sort of rolled back so that a truck can get in with a load of topsoil when you're putting in your lawn. Even the street lighting has been well planned. It's good looking and it's functional.
The things we like best, though, was the shopping and the schools. The children's primary school is only about 10 minutes walk away.
That's great, isn't it?
Throughout West Lakes, selected tracts of land have been set aside for schools. The facilities and surroundings will be second to none. All told, there will be 4 primary schools and a secondary school tucked away in peaceful, easy-to-reach locations. In addition, over 100 acres of parks and playgrounds will ensure safe, healthy recreation for children. Shopping? Near the hub of the entire development will be a huge regional shopping centre with department stores, parking for 6,000 cars, covered malls, more than 60 shops and an ultra-modern supermarket. Full professional services will also be available. There will also be 4 local shopping centres, 6 service stations and 3 hotels strategically positioned to be close to each estate. Convenience is a way of life at West Lakes, thanks to years of careful planning. The football oval, covering over 35 acres. It's the new home of the South Australian National Football League, and the stadium will hold 80,000 people, the same capacity as the Olympic Stadium at Munich. The oval has been carefully positioned in the commercial area of West Lakes, and a wide variety of sporting events will be held here. Any description of West Lakes could stretch on ad infinitum. From the 45 miles of curbed, sealed and safety designed roads to the 11 miles of lakeside frontage and the beautifully planned screening reserves to shield your privacy. But the only way to grasp the full scope of West Lakes is to see it firsthand. Call in at the information centre. Spend some time in one of the display villages. Spend time seeing your home of the future. West Lakes is an outstanding example of coordinated planning and the pooling of talents from state government, local government and private enterprise. West Lakes is a finely balanced blend of quality living and concern for the environment. At West Lakes, your tomorrow can start today.
West Lakes.